It was a longer handshake than usual for the French president. It seemed to be a sign that Emmanuel Macron was in a conciliatory mood as he greeted NATO Secretary-General at the Elysee only a few weeks after it described the military alliance as brain-dead. But if Jens Stoltenberg had hoped for an apology or a retraction, he didn't get one, as Macron stood by his claim that NATO lacked direction.
The questions I ask are open questions that we have not resolved. Peace in Europe, post the INF Treaty, the relationship with Russia, the subject with Turkey. Who is the enemy? So until we resolve these issues, let's not negotiate cost sharing or burden sharing. Maybe we needed a wake-up call, if you permit the English expression.
Stoltenberg said NATO members often had different opinions, but that didn't mean the alliance had no future.
So the paradox is that while questions are being asked about the strength of the transatlantic bond, North America and Europe are doing more together than we have done for decades.
It's clear that Macron's comment that NATO is brain-dead didn't go down well with Stoltenberg, but it's certainly shaken up the alliance and focused minds on coming up with some new ideas. Germany's foreign minister has suggested that a group of experts from outside NATO could be created to review the organisation. Some analysts say such a move would be constructive.
There was war in Ukraine, there's a huge problem in Middle East, a war in Syria, Iraq, Iran is behaving differently. So this is something very useful, and it's much better to discuss the problem together with experts inside the alliance than criticizing the alliance and jeopardizing the credibility of the alliance.
Next week, NATO leaders meet in London for a special summit to mark its creation 70 years ago during the Cold War. It was a time when members agreed on their aims and who was the enemy. Today, its leaders are politically polarized and the security challenges have changed. NATO might not be at death's door yet, but most members and experts concede that for it to survive successfully, it needs a fresh approach. Natacha, Butler, Al Jazeera, Paris.